Scary Reddit Stories Part 71. When I was around 11 to 12 years old, my friend Alex and I had these huge woods around us that we never ever came close to finding the edge of. We would wake up in the morning early when school was out and we would spend the whole day out exploring the woods. This being the 80s and Alex and I being smart enough kids, our parents had no problem with this. One day we find a treehouse deep into the woods in a part that we have never been to before. Probably about a 2-hour trek from the edge of the neighborhood. It was seriously a kid's dream. This treehouse is probably 30 feet off the ground, but it looks solid. We are so stoked to find our new castle. We hightail it back home to get some rope, and my pops takes us down to the surplus store, and over dinner Alex and I can't shut up about it. Next day comes, and we hike out at almost dawn. We got a backpack full of rope and sandwiches and our knives on our hips and excitement that's so thick we could chew on it. We make it out there and start attaching rungs made from big sticks onto one end of the rope. It took us a good few hours but we get one side finished and the rope tossed over the branch that's where the little deck and door are. We finally climb up and we are sitting on the deck looking out and rock, paper, scissors for who gets to go in first. Alex wins and goes in and comes right out. He's white as a sheet and wants to go home. So curious as I am I go inside. This treehouse is probably 8x8 and about 7 to 8 high inside. The inside walls are covered, every single inch, of naked girls. Not awesome found Playboy magazines, but Kitty P0RN. I think the oldest kids were about my age, but it was Polaroids and glossy magazine pages, stuck perfectly up with staples and filling the walls up. Alex and I got back home as quick as we could. We informed my pops about it, and he calls the cops. The officer shows up and asks us a few questions like where it is, how did we get up there, where did we buy the rope, did we take any pictures off the wall. He got increasingly rude about it, and my pops put an end to it. He left with our statement and said he would be in touch. We were no longer allowed to be out in the woods for more than an hour without checking in. About a year or two later that same cop stopped me when I was hanging out in a different park, saw me smoking, and caught me with a joint. Alex asked him whatever happened with the treehouse. The cop told us to not do drugs and left us alone. In college many moons later, Alex sent me an email saying how he read in the big state paper that officer SH0T himself with his service revolver after his wife found out he was circulating CP. So, it comes to my mind like it came to Alex's that we had found his little CP stash cave. The creepy part came a few months later when Alex sent me another email saying that he went to the estate auction and one of the items for sale was a rope ladder with a bag.